शिक्षण प्रसारक मंडळ चापोली, संजीवनी महाविद्यालय चापोली, ॲफिलेटेड बाय स्वामी रामानंद तीर्थ मराठवाडा युनिव्हर्सिटी नांदेड. गुड मॉर्निंग ऑल द स्टुडंट ऑफ क्लास BSc SY, subject zoology, name of the paper physiology, paper number 6th, semester 3rd, unit number 1st. In this, that is the third topic is the respiration. Today's name of the topic is respiration or the respiratory organs in the man. Presented by myself, Dr. Thorat Mandakini Manohar, Head and Assistant Professor of HOD of Zoology Department. Yes, student, in this period we see the respiration. What is mean by respiration? Generally we know all that is respiration is the essential process for or every living organism. Without the respiration we not live, because in the respiration, that is in very simple way, respiration means exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide. Generally, respiration is the biochemical process in which the cells of an organism they obtain the energy by combining oxygen and glucose, resulting in the release of carbon dioxide and ATP, the currency of energy in the cell, and also the number of oxygen, carbon dioxide and water molecules involved in each turn of the process. Generally respiration. In the generally respiratory system as related, our syllabus, today we learn about the respiratory organs in the man. In the respiratory organs in the man, in the sea, with the help of the figure, that is the presence of nasal cavity, nostril, oral cavity, pharynx region, larynx region, then also the trachea, left lung, right lungs, bronchioles. In this, that is one by one detail we form this respiratory organ. So in this presentation we detail see about the respiratory structure and their function, respiratory system structure and function, then mechanism of breathing, then also the exchange of gases and the aerobic and anaerobic respiration. The first we know the nasal passage and the lungs. Air is drawn into the body via the nose or the mouth. There are advantages to breathing through your nose. The air is warmed so that it is closer to the body. Temperature. Tiny hairs and the mucus in the nose filter the air, preventing the larger dust and pollen particle reaching the alveoli. Mucus moisten the air, making it easier for the alveoli to absorb. Air then travels through the larynx region, trachea region, bronchi region and the bronchioles region, where oxygen passes to or into the bloodstream. Then generally air, they are travels to this different part, that is the larynx, trachea, bronchi and bronchioles to the alveoli, where the oxygen they are passes into the bloodstream. The first part, that is called pharynx. Common space used by both the respiratory and digestive system. It is also commonly called as throat. It originates posterior to the nasal and oral cavities and extend inferiorly near the level of the bifurcation of the larynx and esophagus. Walls are lined by a mucus and contain the skeletal muscles that are primarily used for swallowing. Partitionized into three adjoining regions. This region is called nasopharynx, oropharynx and laryngopharynx region. Then next region is called larynx region. Larynx, it is also called a voice box, is a very short, somewhat cylindrical and earby ends into the trachea. Prevent the swallowed material from entering the lower respiratory tract. Conduct the air into the lower respiratory tract. Produces the sounds. Muscular say walls and voice production and the swallowing reflex. Then this called glottis, the upper or the superior opening of the larynx region. Epiglottis, they have the capacity to prevent the food and drink from entering the airway when the swallowing process. Pseudo Traphed ciliated columnar epithelium, that is called larynx region. The next is the mechanism of breathing, that is also the process is involved inspiration and expiration. So that is the first is called inspiration. When you breathe in, intercostal muscle between the rib contract, pulling the chest walls and out. The diaphragm muscles below the lungs contract and flattens, increasing the size of the chest. The lungs increase in size, so the pressure inside them fall. This causes air to rush in through the nose or the mouth. That's also this mechanism of breathing. First is called inspiration. In this, that is involved intercostal muscles pull rib up and out, and diaphragm they contract and move down. So generally in the inspiration process, intercostal muscles which are between the ribs, they are contract, pulling the chest wall up and out. Diaphragm muscles below the lungs contract and flattens, increasing the size of the chest. And the lung increase in size, so the pressure inside them falls. This causes the air to rush in through the nose or the mouth. That is first is called inspiration. That is also in the breathing in. They to form front view of chest and side view of the chest region. Then second process in this mechanism of breathing, it is called expiration. Rib move in and down. Diaphragm rib relaxes and bulges up. When you breathe out, intercostal muscles between the ribs they relax so that the chest wall move in and down. The diaphragm muscles below the lungs relaxes and bulges up, reducing the size of the chest. The lungs decrease in size, so the pressure inside the increases and air is pushed up the trachea and out through the nose or the mouth. That is also in the expiration. Breathing out, they to form the front view of chest and side view of the chest. So that is the mechanism of this expiration and inspiration. In this, that is gas exchange at the alveoli. The alveoli are the bunches of teeny air sac inside the lungs. Each individual sac is called an alveolus. When you breathe in, they fill with the air. The alveoli are covered in the tiny capillaries and is also called a blood vessel. Gases can pass through the thin wall of each alveolus and capillary and into the bloodstream. Gases can also pass from the bloodstream into the alveolus. That is also in this figure we see that is the alveoli are the bunches of teeny air sac which are found inside the lungs. Each individual sac is called alveolus. When you breathe, they fill with air. The alveoli are covered by capillaries or the blood vessel. In this, that is, the gases can pass through the thin wall of each alveolus and capillary and into the bloodstream. Then gases can also pass from the bloodstream into the alveolus. So in this figure, we see the gas exchange at the alveoli. That is a blood cell, capillary cell. To the pulmonary vein, blood from pulmonary artery to pulmonary vein. In this, that is the air semi-permeable walls of alveolus. In this, that is how the gas exchange at the alveoli. That is also the composition of involved, inhaled and exhaled air. Composition of inhaled and exhaled air. In this, generally gas amount in the inhaled air or amount in the exhaled air. In generally gas oxygen 21% amount in inhaled air and 17% amount exhaled air. Carbon dioxide amount in inhaled air is very small amount and exhaled is only 3%. Nitrogen is amount in the inhaled air is 79% and exhaled in air is 79%. And water vapor is also the small amount in inhaled air and large amount in the exhaled air. Yes, student, in this period we see the respiratory organ of man, and that is also the process or the mechanism of respiration. It is also called inspiration and expiration. Thus, in next period we see the next topic. Goodbye the student.